I'm now heading to the train station to go to the airport to go to Dublin. Let's go. I've just arrived at Charles de Gaulle. Now I'm going to find where the Aer Lingus flight is. That must have been the most complicated customs ever. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the French like to make it hard. Look who I found. It's a rat from Ratatouille. I'm now boarding a flight to Dublin. I've never been to Dublin. I've never been to the Republic of Ireland, so this is my first time there. Now landing in Dublin, another new country. I haven't been to. Just landed. I have finally made it to Ireland. My first ever time in the Republic of Ireland. I've always wanted to come here. I've made it to the centre of Dublin. I've checked into my hostel and I'm now going to have a look around, but I'm probably not going to do much today. It'll be more tomorrow. If Daniel was here, he would be now trying to go to what I just saw on the signpost, a whiskey museum. I don't like whiskey, so I'm not going to go. This place is a lot more calmer than where I've been before on this trip. It's quite nice. I think I'm going to quite like Dublin, seeing I am partly Irish myself. Today I booked the hop on, hop off bus. I'm doing it for 48 hours, so I can do some today and do some tomorrow. I might even go to Guinness factory tomorrow, but I haven't decided. That's where I've been told to head to go to the bus, to the Spire. So I'm going there now. These pavement stabs are so sticky. My feet are sticking on them. I'm now on the bus tour. I've just got off the bus because I want to show you something. This is the statue of Oscar Wilde. It's very colourful. And yes, for the record, I did drink some Guinness last night. And I've got to say, because I was in Dublin, I don't normally drink Guinness, it is a lot more smoother and nicer in Dublin. And it's more smoother than John Smith's. I'm going to get back on the bus now, but it looks like it's going to rain. Probably a thunderstorm. The bus has just arrived. I've been waiting about 10 minutes for it. I'm now back on the bus. This is the house that Oscar Wilde was born in. Just got past it. I'm starting to smell the Guinness. It smells a bit like toasted nuts.
There's probably about 3 feet of paint on that at this point.
Guinness gates, and on St Patrick's Day they're painted blue. That's the Wellington
near the bottom. They're kind of gone a greeny colour now in the weather. Those plaques are made from the melted down cannons that were used during the Battle of Waterloo.
So I've got to move rooms, so I've had to put my bags in luggage storage. So I'm going to go and get some to eat, and then I'm going to go back on this bus tour and actually get off this time at a few places. Now let's go on the bus tour. I've just had my breakfast and I've got my gimbal with me today. Finally I remembered to put it in my bag. Another day and back on the bus. We're going to get off at some places this time.
Of the House elected to is today the 35th.
If you notice something about this post box, yeah, it's green and not red like the ones in England or in Great Britain, but people walking past, look at that, the coat of arms, that's King Edward. So this is over 100 years old. They painted them green after independence. Let's go to Dublin Castle. That's Dublin City Hall. Now let's go to the castle, wherever the castle is. There is Dublin Castle. I don't even know if it's actually a castle. I don't think it's a castle anymore. It might be a church. I don't really know. Please comment. But it looks like a castle. In Europe, there's a heat wave going on, including in London, Paris. It's like over 37 degrees. Here, it's about 20 degrees. There's no heat wave in Dublin. I'm going to get back on the bus now. This is St Patrick's Cathedral. I was going to get off, but I decided not to. I don't even want to look inside. It's nice on the outside. I was wrong, that's St Christ's Church. Next one is St Patrick's Cathedral. Sorry. Yeah, coming up is St Patrick's Cathedral.
Taxation of drinks such as beer. Some interests never change.
We're now approaching the big bus tours bus stop for the magnificent scene.
I've just bought my ticket for the Guinness factory, so I'm going to go in a minute and have a look. If you didn't realise where I was, I think you could tell. And the reason why none of these buildings have windows is because in 1799 the council, I think the council, brought in window tax. So everyone bricked up their windows so they didn't have to pay the tax. And I think it was 1859 when the tax was finally abolished. I'm now in what us Brits love, a queue to get in. I'm now going through the gates to get in. I'm through the gate. So let's go and have a look around the Guinness factory. Now walking around the experience, the start of it. There's some Irish barley. Let's carry on walking. There's the water, that looks so groovy. Yeast is very important in a point of Guinness. So you've got water, barley, yeast. There's barley, water, hops and yeast. It's the roasting process what gives Guinness its taste and flavour and the colour. Oh, someone's just walked past my camera. Hope you can get that. I'm going to go closer so you can see what happens at 10 o'clock every morning. This is really what Guinness is famous for, the advertisement. Not many brands do adverts like Guinness. Yeah, that's a real famous one. That's probably the most famous advertising like Guinness. Can anyone remember the fish on the bicycle? Fish on a Bicycle was 1996. It was a time when Guinness's adverts were going massive. Every advert was huge. And then one of the most famous, probably TikTok. The slogan, good things come with people who wait.
Full cinematic storytelling. The new campaign for Guinness called Not Everything is Black and White.
Michael like this. I've just met a Toronto Blue Jays fan at the Guinness factory. And they're playing a game today. I'm now trained in pouring Guinness. I know how to do it, so anyone who pours it wrong, I will tell them. Look at the view of Dublin from the gravity bar. Or of Dublin from the gravity bar. And they are the famous Guinness gates. They're black most of the year, but St Patrick's Day, they're always painted blue. Because blue is the colour of Ireland, not green. I'm now leaving the Guinness factory. I'm now on the bus. That's one bus tour done. Now time for another one. This time it's a night tour. It's only an hour tour. I'm now on the bus again for this tour. The only thing with this tour is because it's summer, it's not going to be dark, so you're not going to get the light effect from the lights of Dublin. So let's just go and see where we go on this part of the tour. It's a different area of Dublin what I haven't seen before, I know that. Now leaving on this bus tour. There's that red line waiting to move. Over there, notice again, there's no windows, and that's all to do with window tax, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Now Now moving. Here, down here, is Temple Bar area. Down that street is Temple Bar area. That's the Dublin City Council building.
And that's when you see
The last remaining gate and the last of the city walls. And there's a tour group.
And it's bringing you into a church called St. Guardian's Church.
That's famous Kennedy's pub. Oscar Wilde actually worked there. It's so hard to film on this bus. Try and film the bus moves, so I'm not getting all the footage I want. We're now crossing the river onto the north side. Up here is the customs house. This is the newer part of Dublin.
No, it's a type of 90 million
Those
people around the
statues are
world
for the
claiming Irish
famine
ancestors,
memorial.
and that's all from them leaving this country.
I've got to say, I'm a little bit
It's the biggest
cold
arena
on
we
this
have
boat.
here, indoor and to the right. Over to the
That's
left
what
here you
used
see
to be
Grand
the
Canal
Point
Dock.
Theatre, where
Well, if you look up to the
song
left of the
contest
dock, you're going to
was
see the stadium there.
hosted.
And
Remember
that's
River
the Aviva
Dance?
Stadium.
It happened in that.
The Aviva
Over
Stadium
there
is
is
the
a
soccer stadium where the Irish team will play.
Stadium.
Also the rugby will play
Just
in
about
there.
to see the
Now when it comes to the Irish soccer, if you see to the left of that you have a line for Britain, and to
The
the right of
custom
it
house
you
is up there.
That's all part of the coat of arms on the roof.
There's walking Susie. That tour was included in my ticket for the bus, so I went on it. I wasn't going to go. I thought, oh, I might as well go. But now I'm going to try to get something to eat. It has got rather cold. It's definitely not a heat wave in Dublin. It's a bit warmer today in Dublin. It's my last day in Dublin before I go home. I've really enjoyed this trip, but I will have another trip soon. I don't know where. Maybe Southeast Asia will be next trip. Except we've still got the Christmas video to record. I don't know where that is. Probably be London again, but hopefully somewhere else. Guess what? I went for something to eat and it was raining while I was eating. I didn't realise, and now all the streets are wet. I think I'm going to be getting into a shop very quickly. It's just started raining again and I'm going to get wet this time. I do have a rain jacket in my bag. I think I'm about to put that on. Update, the rain jacket's on. It did stop raining briefly for a few seconds, but I now feel it again. As you may notice, it's a bit wet here, so I might go to this new museum. I think it's called the Museum of Illusion or something. It's brand new, so apparently it's supposed to be quite good. And 2 seconds later, the rain stops and the sun comes out. Typical. Now I've got this rain jacket on, which is wet. I need to dry it and then put it in my bag. What a nightmare. I'm going through here and it feels like I'm moving around and I'm not. This is weird. I want to come out of it. How creepy is that? That museum was actually quite good, but very, very creepy at times. That's it for me on this trip. I'm now flying back to Birmingham. Don't ask why Birmingham. It's all because £200 more to fly to London. So I'm flying from Dublin now to Birmingham. Thanks for watching. Bye. I thought I'd finished recording, but this is downright robbery. This water cost me £4.14 from WH Smith. At least they're going soon, because that's just a rip-off. It shouldn't be charging that for water, really.